the top. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. How are you today?
I'm fine, thanks, ma'am. And you?
Yeah. Fine, thank you too. Today learn in English before presentation group 4. Say together basmalah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Well, introduce yourself. Presentation group 4. Member group Asmita Zahra, Kholilah, Muhammad Zafif, Nur Habibah, Siti Asia, and then Tasha Salsabila. Okay, would you please presentation in the class? The topic, descriptive paragraph.
Yes, ma'am. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good afternoon, friends, and good afternoon, ma'am. First of all, we would like to thank our lecturer, Ma'am Rohima, who has allowed us to present our material entitled Descriptive Paragraph, which will be read by Asmita Al-Zahra, Kholilah, Muhammad Zarif-Taki, Nur Habibah Zainabul, Siti Asia, and Tasya Salsabila. Okay, the presentation will be starting with me. Descriptive paragraph. Paragraph description of a depiction of a situation with the sentence so that the impression that life. Depiction or painting, it should be present as lively life. So what is depicted life in the fantasy reader? Paragraph is a higher unity of the sentence. Paragraph consists of only one them. Paragraph is not a sentence, but a sentence that has one subject matter. Main ideas in paragraph supported by the unity of meaning that comes from a few sentences. So not a collection of paragraph from a few sentences that do not have a sense of unity. The purpose of this paragraph is to provide details about the object so that readers seem it to come see, hear, feel, or experience what is described. A descriptive paragraph gives a clear picture of a person, place, object, event, or idea. Details for descriptive paragraph come from the writer's sense, smell, taste, touch, hearing, and sight. These are known as sensory details. The next presentation, Tasya Salsabila.
Special order is best used for the following purpose. First, helping readers visualize something as you want them to see it. Two, evoking a scene using the sense sight, touch, taste, smell, and sound. Writing a descriptive essay. Special order means that you explain or describe objects as they are arranged around you in your space. For example, in a bedroom. As the writer, you create a picture for your reader and their perspective is the viewpoint point from which you describe what is around you. The view must move in a orderly, logical progression, giving the reader clear directional signals to follow from place to place. The key to using this method is to choose a specific starting point and then guide the reader to follow your eye as it moves in orderly trajectory from your starting point. Pay attention to the following student's description of her bedroom and how she greets the reader through the viewing process, foot by foot. Example: attached to my bedroom wall is a small wooden rack dangling with red and turquoise necklace that shimmer as you enter. Just to the right of the rack is my window, framed by billowy white curtains. The piece of such an image is a stark contrast to my desk, which sits to the right of the window, layered in textbooks, crumpled papers, coffee cups, and an overflowing ashtray. Turning my head to the right, I see a set of two bare windows that frame the trees outside, the glass like a 3D painting. Below the windows is an arches from which blinds and sin and scraps are protruding against the wall. Opposite the billowy curtain is an antique dresser, on top of which sits a jewelry box and a few picture frames. A tall mirror attached to the dresser takes up most of the wall, which is the color of lavender. The paragraph incorporates two objectives you have learned in this chapter. Using an implied topic sentence and applying spatial order, often in a descriptive essay, the two work together. The following are possible transition words to include when using spatial order. First, just to the left or just to the right. 2. Behind. 3. Between. 4. On the left or on the right. 5. Across from. 6. A little further down. 7. To the south, to the east, and so on. 8. A few yards away. 9. Turning left or turning right. Okay, the next presentation, which will be read by Asia.
Special order signals. Special order signal words are preposition. They are used to notify the location, place, and position of the subject. These words are used by a writer when he or she describes the spatial organization in an essay. Often such phrases or word are applied at the beginning of the sentence. This helps in creating affinity between ideas and sentence use. Signaling words help in the formation of a real picture in the mind of the reader. Such words make the understanding of the whole text easy. Here I am providing a list of signaling words used in spatial order. There are into, across, next to, above, through, beside, opposite, against, between, on the left hand, on the right hand, below, beneath, attached to, nearby, at the top of, to the side of, behind, in front of, and alongside. If you are planning to write a special order easy, never miss using this word. The next presentation will be read by Mita.
Topic sentence or descriptive paragraph. A good paragraph needs to have a topic sentence that addresses the main point, details that help describe and support the topic sentence, and a concluding sentence that review what the paragraph was about. The first thing you need to have is a sentence that addresses the topic, also known as a topic sentence. The sentence, my friend has many likable qualities, work as a topic sentence because it tells the reader what you are going to be writing about. So usually, the topic sentence in a single paragraph assignment is near the beginning of the paragraph. Notice in the outline below that the topic sentence is followed by details that help describe your good friend and explain why you like him or her. There should also be a concluding comment that repeats your points in different words. It's always a good idea to take a few minutes to write an outline before beginning an segment. Here, a good way to outline a response to the latest what makes a good friend. Next. Example, topic sentence. My friend has many likable qualities. Detail 1. He is not He is very thoughtful and friendly to everyone. He never put people down and cares about others before himself. Details 2. He is funny. Example, sentence of how he is funny and how he helped me laugh at myself. Because he is smart, he knows how to ask Hammer to get his point across without hurting anyone's feelings. He is also familiar with how to ask Hammer to motivate people and how to get people to agree with him. Next. Supporting sentence for descriptive paragraph. The supporting sentence of a paragraph develop the main idea presented in the topic sentence. When writing supporting sentence, we should be giving example present of descriptive description to support your topic sentence. They as descriptive words, short as adjective and details to create and clear picture of your topic. Supporting sentence should focus on the following.
Bacanya jangan sentence ya, sentence. Kalimat artinya sentence tuh, bukan sinten. Dari tadi mem perhatiin sinten. Sentences atau sentence.
Ya, mem, maaf, mem. So focus on the following. The soul provide the main supporting points for the paragraph 9 idea topic sentence. There are usually 2 or 4 supporting sentences in a paragraph. They should be arranged in a logical order. They should not begin a new topic or introduce a new idea. Example, ice cream is one of the few desserts that is enjoyed and over the world. In Italy, they call ice cream gelato, ice cream or gelato. Gelato can be found on the street corners of Argentina. The same is true in Japan, Australia, and New Zealand. Now I want to travel the world just to try out all the amazing ice cream offered in other countries. If you were able in identify that sentence 2, 3, and 4 all support and topic sentence. Ice cream is one of the few desserts that I enjoy and all of over the world. Then you are correct. Each of the supporting sentence support the main idea. The ice cream is enjoyed all over the world. The supporting sentence give example of where ice cream is enjoyed to support the topic. The next presentation, which will be read by Lila.
Descriptive details. Overview. Descriptive details allow sensory recreations of experience, objects, or imaginings. In other words, descriptions encourage a more concrete or sensory experience of a subject, one that allows the reader to transport himself or herself into a scene. Usage. There are many different uses of descriptive details. Although most commonly associate with creative writing, descriptions enhance a wide variety of subjects. Writing that effectively uses descriptive details will allow a reader to do more than merely see words on a page. Original descriptions give writing a sense of honesty and believability, while concise details can help enhance your focus. Descriptive details cause a reader to feel, to hear, to taste, to become intimately connected with the image and experience being recreated. Sensory details. It is important to remember that human beings learn about the world through using the five senses. They are our primary source of knowledge about the world. Therefore, writing which incorporates vivid sensory details is more likely to engage and affect the reader. The following writing sample uses sensory detail to create construct image. Because the most effective way to incorporate sensory detail is to use all five senses in harmony. The sample provides an effective example of how sight, sound, smell, touch, taste work together to strengthen writing. Each of the views highlight exactly how each sense is involved in improving the paragraph's imagery. Paragraph unity. Paragraph unity is the most important characteristic of a good paragraph. It defines that all sentences in a paragraph should speak about one single idea or one main subject. That is the topic sentence. The supporting details and the concluding sentence should focus on only one idea. Further, paragraphs should also be coherent. Coherence demands that the ideas or sentence present in a paragraph should flow smoothly from one to the other. Paragraphs should not only be well developed and unified, but also coherent. In this lesson, you will learn about paragraph unity and coherence, without which a paragraph cannot be called a complete composition. Example: the human body. 1. The human body is a wonderful piece of work that nature has created. 2. It is not beautiful like the body of a butterfly or peacock, but it is shaped practically. 3. It can do many types of work which other animals cannot. 4. It is not strong like the body of a tiger. 5. But in place of sickle strength, it has a big and sharp brain. 6. By using this brain, the human psyche has been able to overcome many of its limitations. 7. By sitting in an aeroplane, it flies faster than a kite. By riding a motorcycle, it travels faster than a leopard. By firing a machine gun, it fights much better than a tiger. 8. In spite of all this, the human body suffers from many diseases because it has a weakness for habits such as smoking, drinking, and overeating. 9. When it's healthy, the body can give great pleasure, but when it is sick, it can cause great pain. 10. The wise man will always keep his body fit because a healthy mind can work only in a healthy body. The first sentence states the main idea of the paragraph can claim the superiority of the human body over the rest of the creation. It enables the reader to expect the following ideas in the paragraph that explain and illustrate the qualities and attributes of the human body. The second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh sentence compare, contrast, elucidate, and justify the main idea or topic sentence. They establish the main theme with logical explanation and transitions. They create a graphic picture in the mind of the reader with suitable and appropriate language expressions. In brief, they develop the main idea of the paragraph. The eighth and the ninth sentence interpret and analyze the limitations of the human body and prove the strength of the topic sentence. They further lead the main idea into a concluding thought. Finally, the 10th sentence concludes with an idea that the human body should be well preserved for a proper function of the system, and that a healthy mind can work only in healthy body. Thus, the paragraph, the human body, is a univit and coherent paragraph. Sentence structure. Descriptive paragraph is intended to describe place, person, and things so that the reader will be able to visualize the descriptions. Writing descriptive paragraph, generally you have to regard as the following generic structure of descriptive paragraph. A. Identification. Identification is a part in which you identify or write the recognition. Moreover, it can be a general statement about place, person, or thing that you want to describe. B. Descriptions. Descriptions are vivid details of place, person or thing that you want to describe so that the reader can easily imagine or picture the descriptions, or they can feel that they involve in the experience. C. Conclusions. The last part of descriptive paragraph is optional. It may be included or not. In this part, you conclude the paragraph or state the identification or general statement. The next will be read by David.
Compound sentence. A compound sentence is a sentence that has a less to independent clause, joined by a comma, semicolon, or conjunction. An independent clause is a clause that has subject and verb and forms a complete thought. Example: this house is too expensive, and that house is too small. I really need to go to work, but I'm too sick to drive. Compound sentence with yet, for, and not. Compound sentence with yet. Below are example of compound sentence with yet as the conjunction that join the two main clauses together. Example: the president has somebody like me, yet he is not talking with me. There is problem everywhere, yet nobody can admit it. Compound sentence with for. We use the for conjunction, meaning something like because, to join to clause when the second clause is the reason for the first clause. Example: he didn't sleep last night for he watched a horror movie. He felt cold for it was snowing. Compound sentence with nor. Nor is compound conjunction used to create conjoined sentence. Neither is used before the first and nor is used before the second or additional, alternative, or option to show that they are both untrue or both did or not happen. For example, the cat drank neither orange juice nor coke. Mary never wrote the letter nor did she call him. The next presentation will be read by Zafir.
Paying extension openings. Most of learning of to read extension by using the following pattern: subject plus verb first, object the for. We expand to read extension in this order by us different extension opening to delay the subject and or verb of the main clause. We characters attention and draw attention to cheater aspect of the extension. Consequently, we can with the fs and piece of extension. We can also character cohesion when we ask different extension opponent. Effort extension opening for the way that you start extension to keep your reading interesting and revealing. For example, extension opening type smell buffering submitting to submitting as presentation for you of the attention of someone or submitting effort on adjective to transfer effort contains joining words. Them present move the them for to a drift point. Example: as question as a whisper, he turned to me. Boy, the get the road extension for a while. Presently, we move away from the lanes. Despite the sense, Mr. Turkey was wearing a half cap. Afterward, it was clear that he read his action. Next example, because my sister forgot to go grocery shopping yesterday, my brother went to the store to buy bread. Jack questioned Glenicki to ask her if she wanted to meet at the library to study for an upcoming Gismeters exam. Shopping at the grocery store, my sister picked up a snack because yesterday I forgot to buy it. We can review this extension using the following staggers for extension openers. Subverti close present practic press past practic bill press adjective affixative prepositional press. The writing process. The step in writing a paragraph directive is directing the time, set a goal of writing, collection material.
Directif. Halo, itu direktif bacanya.
Ya, ma'am. Directive.
Direktif.
Make directive. The time, set a goal of writing, collecting material, make the outline, developing the outline, revising essay. Next, the read by Habibah.
Clustering. Clustering is the task of grouping a set of objects in such a way that objects in the same group, called cluster, are more similar in some sense to each other than to those in other groups cluster. It is main task of exploratory data analysis and a common technique for statistical data analysis used in many fields, including pattern recognition, image analysis, information retrieval, bioinformatics, data compression, computer graphics, and machine learning. Clustering is especially useful in determining the relationship between ideas. You will be able to distinguish how the ideas fit together, especially where there is an abundance of ideas. Clustering your ideas lets you see them visually in a different way, so that you can more readily understand possible direction your paper may take. Clustering, also called mind mapping or idea mapping, is a strategy that allows you to explore the relationship between ideas. Put the subject in the center of a page, circle or underline it. As you think of other ideas, write them on the page surrounding the central idea. The next presentation will read by Tasya.
Example clustering. Trouble starting a paper. The nervous, converting writing and 60, building writing confidence. No ideas, pre-writing, clustering, pre-writing, and cupping. No structure is introduction and outline. Practice the clustering technique to develop a topic. Step 1. Choose one of the topic suggestion and write it in a large circle in the center of a piece of paper. Step 2. Think about the topic for 1 or 2 minutes. Then write each new idea that comes into your mind in smaller circles around the large circle. Step 3. Think about the idea in each smaller circle for